Again, let me acknowledge His Excellency, Pastor Umo Eno, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, represented by Her Excellency, the Distinguished Senator, Dr. Akon Eyakenyi, Deputy Governor of the State. Good morning, ma'am. Thank you so much. Please a round of applause one more time for Her Excellency. We're also joined this morning by the Secretary to the Government of Akwa Ibom State. We acknowledge Honorable Prince Udobong Ntia. Very good morning to you, sir. Thank you so much. Also with us this morning is His Excellency, the Right Honorable Obogeme Ekperikpe Eko, the Honorable Minister of State Program Resources Gas. A very good morning to you, sir. Thank you for joining us as well. We're joined this morning by His Excellencies, the governors of some other South-South states. I will quickly acknowledge the presence of His Excellency, the Distinguished Senator Doye Duri, Governor of Bayelsa State, represented by the Honorable Commissioner for Mineral Resources of the state. We acknowledge Barrister Peter Afaha. Good morning to you, Barrister. We're also joined by His Excellency, the Vice Admiral Ibok Etek Ekwe Ibas, retired, the sole administrator of Rivers State, represented by the Director of Petroleum of Rivers Ministry of Energy, Engineer Tempo Amakri. Good morning. His Excellency Basi Edet Otu, Governor of Cross River State, represented by Mr. Upong Umo. A very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. I'd like to also acknowledge now the chairman of the board of this great Nigerian company that is moving gas across the entire value chain seamlessly and ensuring gradual development. I'd like to acknowledge the chairman of GACN and executive vice president Upstream of NNPC Limited, Mr. Udobong Ntia. Very good morning to you, sir. Lovely to see you as always. I'd like to also acknowledge quickly the Executive Vice President, Gas, Power and New Energies for NNPCL, and of course himself, a former MD of GACN, Mr. Olalekan Ogunleye. Good morning to you, as always. Lovely to see you. The Managing Director of GACN, Mr. Chijioke Zoho. Good morning to you. I think we also have the Honorable Commissioner for Environment and Mineral Resources for Akwa Ibom State, Honorable Nsikak Ekong. Honorable Commissioner, good morning to you, and indeed, good morning to you, sir. And indeed to all other honorable commissioners who are here. Yesterday you were here in your numbers. Today you are here in your numbers. We acknowledge you. We welcome you. From the regulatory parts of the oil and gas industry and indeed the energy sector, we'd like to acknowledge first off the regulator in charge of mid and downstream for the Nigerian oil and gas industry, the Nigerian Mid and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, whose authority chief executive is represented by Director Gas, Mr. Joseph Musa. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. From the Upstream Commission, we have Engineer Gbenga Komolafe, represented by Deputy Director Gas, Engineer Janice Anyanwu. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Still within the government of the industry is the Director Decade of Gas Secretariat. Good morning, Mr. Ed Ubong. Lovely to see you. As always, Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian Bulk Electricity Trading PLC is here, Johnson Akinawo FCA. Good morning, Mr. Akinawo. Lovely to see you. Representing NEC, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, is Director Economic Regulations, Abba Ibrahim Tereb. A very good morning to you. Engineer Audu Ibrahim is the MD NGIC. Good morning to you. Mr. Camillus Umo is the MD Ibom Power. A very good morning to you. We acknowledge your presence. And indeed, from the NCDMB, Mr. Ene Ete is the Acting Director of Planning, Research and Statistics. A very good morning to you as well. Lovely to have you. I'd like to extend our welcome this morning to every other dignitary who has joined us here, CEOs of gas producing and gas selling and gas utilizing companies who've joined us from across the entire divide of our industry. We welcome our friends from the press, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Richmond Osuji, and as always, I have the privilege and pleasure of mastering this next few hours for you here in the beautiful city of Uyo as we look at the gas aggregator company of Nigeria's South-South Gas Utilisation Forum on the theme, utilizing gas as a catalyst for sustainable growth. Yesterday evening, and I'm sure he would be mentioning it again this morning, the chairman of GACN asked a very pertinent question to the entire states of the South-South. Are you ready for gas? When we talk about gas for sustainable growth, it is something that GACN has taken upon themselves to be that aggregator of choice, removing bottlenecks where they exist and ensuring seamlessness between gas producers and gas utilizers who take it all to the last mile for you and I. And I think the GACN deserves a round of applause for what they do in seamless gas utilization in the country. Of course, our hope and expectation is to see a South-South where the state governments take up the mantle and run with infrastructural development that would cost the utilization of gas. A few weeks ago, we were in Tanzania talking gas, and the conclusion was for gas to be explored completely and stop flaring is for governments to construct what you call manufacturing sites or industrial hubs that will utilize the gas when the producers take this gas out of their production lines. And I'm certain that in South-South, given by what I heard yesterday, the governors and the government are ready to do this.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mariam Sali, and I lead the Sustainability and New Energies team here at GACN. Over the next few minutes, I'll be walking us through what we call a sustainability moment, a short but impactful look at how we're driving local impact through clean energy and strategic gas utilization. Sustainability is not a distant concept. In Nigeria, it's a necessity, with over 86 million Nigerians lacking access to clean cooking and 45% of urban waste improperly disposed. Local solutions are more urgent than ever. At GACN, our mandate goes beyond just gas aggregation. We are focused on bridging energy gaps, enabling businesses, and building a more resilient economy, all by prioritizing sustainability where it matters the most in our communities. There are 4 key ways we're seeing local sustainability drive real change. Clean energy uptake. By encouraging the use of LPG and other cleaner fuels, we reduce environmental impacts and improve health outcomes, especially for women and children exposed to indoor pollution. Supporting local innovators, we believe in the power of collaboration. Whether it's a small clean cooking business or a mini recycling plant, grassroots solutions are critical, and we continue to partner and facilitate their growth. Practical sustainability. Sustainability should be practical, not complicated. We promote simple, replicable solutions that deliver real benefits like cost savings and cleaner air and healthier homes. Community benefits. Our work also unlocks wider community benefits, from job creation to skill development. When people see the value, they engage, and sustainability becomes a shared responsibility. The ripple effect of small decisions is powerful. One LPG cylinder can reduce household air pollution up to 90%. A single recycling hub can employ over 20 youths. Clean energy projects in rural areas free up time for girls to attend school. These aren't just numbers, they represent lives that have been transformed. At GACN, we are proud to be part of this ripple effect. In every engagement, in every agreement, every community interaction, we have a chance to move Nigeria to a more sustainable future. Because sustainability isn't just about the environment, it's about the people. And it's about ensuring that our energy decisions today make life better tomorrow. Thank you for your time and attention.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Umo Eno, represented by the Deputy Governor, Senator Akon Eyakenyi. The SSG to the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Prince Udobong Ntia, representatives of other South-South State governors, the Honorable Minister for State Petroleum Resources, Gas, Honorable Ekpo, the Commissioner, Chief Executive, NUPRC, the Authority Chief Executive, NMDPRA, the Chairman of GACN, and Executive Vice President, Upstream, NNPC, Mr. Udobong Ntia, members of GACN Board, Executive Vice President, Gas, Power and New Energy, Mr. Olaleko Ogule, captains of industry, and our esteemed partners, good morning and welcome. It is a great honor and privilege to welcome you all to the South-South Gas Commercialization Forum, a strategic platform conveyed to advance Nigeria's national gas agenda, with particular focus on the unique opportunities and strengths of the South-South region. On behalf of the board, the management, and staff of Gas Aggregator Company Nigeria Limited by Guarantee, I sincerely appreciate all our partners and participants for being here today. Your presence affirms a shared commitment to unlock the region's immense gas potentials for industrialization, energy transition, and inclusive growth. This forum signals our shift from talk shops. It is a catalyst for concrete implementation. It represents a strategic shift from intention to execution, fully aligned with the Decade of Gas initiative and the presidential mandate to deploy gas-powered solutions for a more resilient, prosperous energy future. The South-South region, endowed with vast natural gas reserves and host to key industrial and energy infrastructure, holds potential to be a powerhouse for Nigerian economic transformation. The benefits are evident: stimulating industrial growth, expanding energy access for communities, generating employment, supporting small and medium-sized enterprise, and advancing environmental sustainable development. At GACN, our mandate is clear: to facilitate domestic gas supply through robust, transparent, and bankable commercial frameworks. We work to align the interests of gas producers, off-takers, and other key stakeholders to deliver long-term value across the value chain. Here in the South-South, our focus is to deepen collaboration with state government, upstream suppliers, and investors, structure commercially viable and development-focused gas transactions, and prioritize anchor projects that can drive industrial clusters, power generation, and clean fuel adoption. Borrowing from a recent NNPC mantra, our vision is clear, our mission is urgent, and our goals are bold. We are here to create momentum, to shift from dialogue to delivery, and to ensure that gas commercialization becomes a cornerstone of sustainable regional development. We also recognize that no single institution can deliver this vision alone. Real progress will come from effective partnership between public and private sector actors, between federal and subnational governments, and between financiers and developers. That is why this forum is crucial. It serves as a strategic platform for alignment, trust building, and action. It presents a shared opportunity to define common priorities, unlock investment opportunities, and accelerate meaningful, measurable progress across the gas value chain. I will conclude by reaffirming GACN's unwavering commitment to partner with all stakeholders to unlock the potentials of gas commercialization in the South-South. We stand ready to collaborate, to co-create practical solutions, and most importantly, to take decisive actions. Once again, thank you for being here, and I wish you all fruitful deliberation and concrete, impactful outcome. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you very much. Chijoke Zoho, Managing Director of the Gas Aggregator Company of Nigeria, Guarantee by Limited, telling us there what they do, why they take delight in what they do, and why their primary goal and ultimate destination is to help industrialize Nigeria. Please, one more time, let's give him and his colleagues at the GACN a round of applause. Onwards now would go to our next remarks. And this time, it is the remarks from the chairman of the board of the GACN. Speaking of the board, let me also acknowledge all board members of the GACN who are here. We thank you for the work that you do in enabling a smooth running of the operations. Please give the board members a round of applause, please. Yes. Thank you very much. All right, let's move on now to the chairman of that board, who is also executive vice president upstream for NNPC Limited, a seasoned industry expert himself. Welcome, Mr. Udobong Ntia.
Good morning. I'm going to start on existing protocol, but I will be remiss if I don't recognize the presence of the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, as represented by Executive Deputy Governor, distinguished Senator Akon Eyakenyi. Welcome. I'd also like to recognize the presence of the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Gas, Udobong Ntia of the whole world. I don't say that lightly. He's a very distinguished and respected gentleman. If you mistake his peaceful mien for weakness, you will quickly find that out, that he goes with peace and strength at the same time. I've watched him over the months since I've met him, and I've been super honored to know him. I'd like to also recognize the presence of the representatives, the governors of the South-South regions here. Thank you for being here. And of course, my friend and brother, the Executive Vice President, NNPC Limited for Gas and Power and New Energy, Mr. Olalekan Ogunleye. Thank you very much, Lekon. I'd like to also quickly recognize the presence of all the Executive Council members of the Akwa Ibom State and the board members of GACN, the investors that are here today, all the regulators, NUPRC and the authority, and you distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. My remark is very simple, and I'll go straight to the point. I asked the question yesterday, is the South-South region ready for gas? Some regions have gas, some don't. We know of the projects, we know what's going on. But we want to begin to have a consolidated gas plan for the South-South region. There's a huge gas pipeline that's going all the way to the north. There's a gas pipeline that's going from the Delta all the way to the southwest to stoke the revival in the industries in the southwest. 7-8 years ago, I was involved in a project in my former job, bringing huge pipeline from offshore Akwa Ibom State to inland, just behind Akwa Ibom terminal for ExxonMobil. We executed the project, we started very well, fabricated the pipes, getting ready to bring a pipe lay barge. And then I was told we were going to move the capital from Nigeria to other countries. I was frustrated. It wasn't a good outcome. And not having anything to do, I retired from the company at the time, because I was about 48 or so when I retired. There was just no thrill again. My goal was to, bring a lot of gas to Akwa Ibom, stoke the power sector, the industries and all. Today we have another opportunity. My friend and brother Lekon is going to tell you not just one gas pipeline, but at least 2 gas pipelines coming into this region. I ask the question again, are we going to be ready? It's not just gas pipeline to power buildings or conference centers as we know it. When I told my boss, by the way, he sends greetings here, Mr. Bayo Bashir Ojulare. When I told him I was coming here 2 weeks ago, he brought me into his office and told me of a story he learned recently when he was young, growing up. He said he learned of a statistic that 120,000 women and children die from carbon monoxide inhalation. And today we all have an opportunity to change that. Bring clean gas into the region. We have an opportunity to bring gas to power industries, methanol industries, fertilizer plants, huge things that can get people employed, get young people off the street. In the next 20, 30 years, the young people in Africa will lead the entire world, not just continent. We have to be prepared to give them things to do. This presents an opportunity today to make that happen. We have carried the burdens and the responsibility of the entire energy infrastructure in Nigeria, this region. We've done that. It is time for this region to begin to do its own resources as well. Shifting from resource production to resource utilization. That's where we want to be. We want to give people jobs, we want to give people the sense of livelihood and make this place an industrial base. Is the region ready? That question is still open-ended. Hopefully by the end of this workshop, at the end of this forum, we're going to have solid answers to let us know how ready we are. When the gas comes, we're not just going to start something. We're going to have started something, so the gas just starts to have play. The investors who will be bringing the gas in, they want to get returns for their investments. So, South-South region, are you ready? I didn't hear that. Are you ready? Are you ready? We have no more excuses. Thank you very much, Liz.
I think he deserves another round of applause there. Thank you so much. We have no more excuses. The gas is in abundance here. Let's trigger infrastructural development that will soak up most of this gas within this region and accelerate industrialization. Thank you very much. EVP, Upstream, Chairman, GACN, Udobong Ntia. Thank you so much. Moving on from him now, go over to his colleague, he is in charge of Upstream. Our next speaker is in charge of ensuring that the gas that comes out from what the EVP Upstream and his colleagues does is utilized for power generation and also enabling what we call new energies for development. I'd like to welcome him, who is also a former managing director of GACN himself. Please welcome with me Mr. Olalekan Ogunleye, Executive Vice President, Gas, Power, New Energies for NNPC Limited, for a few minutes of goodwill.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom, ably represented by Her Excellency the Deputy Governor, the representatives of the governors of the South-South, our own leader, the Udobong Ntia, and the Minister of State Petroleum Gas. I would like to also crave your indulgence to stand on all existing protocols. I'm supposed to give a goodwill message, but I will start with the Udobong Ntia, because Udobong Ntia means Prince of Peace. And the EVP Upstream has correctly spoken about Udobong Ntia. That is a gentle, benevolent leader, but if you cross his path, you'll see the other side. And so for me, who have tested the other side of him, I can testify. I can testify. So one day, I told, he called me and the GCO, and he went after us about, gas and the AKKO and OB3. And I left the office. I said, why do they call him Udobong Ntia? This man is not allowing me to sleep. And they're calling him Udobong Ntia. But it's a privilege. And it's important to, I don't want to talk about him in public because it will be self-serving. But it's a privilege to have leaders who are not about themselves, who, when you see them jumping, moving, you almost conclude that there must be something in it for him. It's true, there's something in it for him because it's Nigeria, and this event today is about Nigeria. So thank you for your personal example, Udobong Ntia. And sometimes try to be a little... So, I want to reiterate the appreciation of the leadership of NNPC for this event and thank GACN. My colleague has talked about it to some extent. Actually, our leadership meeting today has been postponed just because of this event. And the GCO of NNPC said, Lekon, go with UD, UD will represent me. Do you guys want me to come? Just go. This is important. And that's the kind of commitment that you have from NNPC. So, because I'm from the village, I don't have too much English. I just have 3 messages. The first one is that GACN must drive the future of gas. Simple message. If you look at the history of GACN, it started with the Gas Master Plan, and GACN was created to drive the domestic gas supply obligation, help with the structural reforms. And at the point, there was the illusion that GACN will exist for some time and then disappear. But because the people in GACN are special people, they decided, that no, we must drive the future of gas. And so they, took the bull by the horn, did all the hard work, and here we are today. Nobody talks about a GACN that will disappear again. GACN is here to stay. And then we had the PIA, and then we had the Decade of Gas, and then it had additional structural roles for GACN. And GACN has been working that part. They've had several events, and here we are today in the home of gas, the South-South. It's the home of gas. And we still have GACN driving the gas agenda. Again, kudos to GACN. But they say the reward for good work is more work. And so GACN then has to now answer the question, where do we go from here? And the answer is simple. GACN must be the engine, must be the heart of gas commercialization, must drive the future of gas. GACN must become proactive, must become that problem-solving solution space, must proactively anticipate challenges, and make sure, again, that GACN drives the future of gas. So that's the first message.
So, okay.
I'll try not to blame GACN for the mic. The second message is even more important. And it's simple. We must take maximum advantage of this time this opportunity. Again, we must take maximum advantage of this opportunity and of this time. Why am I saying that? Everything is aligned for the future of gas, for gas commercialization. We have a president who is a commercial man, who understands commercials, who is committed to gas, who in the last 2 years has made extraordinary interventions in the gas space that has never been seen before. You've got presidential executive orders that has been generally acknowledged by all energy sector participants as effective, that is driving FIDs, driving investment, and so the government gets it. You have a commander-in-chief who is driving the CNG revolution in Nigeria, and for the first time, private people are going to bank, borrowing money, investing in mother stations, daughter stations. The private sector is responding for the first time. People think that CNG started in Nigeria in 2 years ago. No. In 2008, in NGC, we signed a joint venture with NIPCO to do green gas. It filtered out because we didn't have the support structure. So again, you have the support. Number two, at every level, the minister, the NNPC, every level, you have people who are committed to the gas agenda. Yesterday, they were talking about my brother, Uji, and they said, oh, he's the son of the soil. Yes, he's the son of the soil. But he's a complete consummate professional and a man of character who is also committed to the gas agenda. And so at every level, we have all that it takes. We are in Akwa Ibom. We have a project in Akwa Ibom. 2 months ago, there was an attempted infraction on our gas pipeline. The community arrested the individuals, took them to the police station, and then reported to us. So Akwa Ibom itself is the land of character. And so, together, collectively, all the stars are aligned, and we must take maximum opportunity to deliver. So, as an NNPC, what are we doing? I will just give some highlights of it. Because in NNPC today, we focus more on delivery, not on the optics. Our commitment to the South-South is unshakable and real. In this state alone, within the next 12 months, we have lined up at least 5 FIDs, 5 final investment decisions. We have minor projects, but I'm talking of major projects. We have an offshore gas pipeline that will take gas from offshore to land that will be FID'd. We have been given the mandate by the minister to come back end of August with a roadmap to that FID, and we are working that work. We have an intra-country pipeline that will go through this Uyo. We have a methanol plant being promoted by an extremely professional group that we are very comfortable with, and the gas supply has been landed. So 1 methanol plant. We have a fertilizer plant, a major world-class fertilizer plant that also the gas supply has been landed, all for Akwa Ibom, and we have a floating LNG. And so in aggregate, just putting it mildly, we're talking of minimum $3.5 billion of investment within the next 12 months. And it will grow. And so I just want to say that it's important we all work together. It's important that we make sure that everybody in the value chain does his part to deliver this project. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to stop the way I started, again with appreciation, and this time on a personal note. So yesterday, I went around the premises, took a walk around the golf course and the area, And my new friend who took me around, Umo Eno, asked me the question, is this your first time in Uyo? And I smiled. And I said, my friend, I've been coming to this Uyo since 1998. And the man who trained me, who brought me up professionally, Udobong Ntia, may Almighty God rest his soul, he's from Ibiaku, Uruan, and I've been coming consecutively to Akwa Ibom State. And so this is my own unique opportunity to say thank you to the people of Akwa Ibom, the people who trained me and the people who built me. Thank you, the people of character. Thank you, good morning. Good morning.
So when the governor of Akwa Ibom State and his deputy and indeed the entire cabinet and people say Akwa Ibom is arguably the most peaceful and ready to prosper with you state in Nigeria, if you were in doubt, what the EVP Gas Power New Energy has said should settle that doubt. Yes, there was an infraction on the pipeline. The people themselves activated citizens' right to arrested the criminals and handed them to the authority. That's what a people who are willing to prosper and committed to peace can do. Yes, if you want to, go ahead. Yes. We must celebrate and highlight such accomplishments and encourage it, where we see it. So thank you for sharing that with us, EVP. Thank you. Please give him a round of applause. Thank you so much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we will take brief remarks from the other governors who are represented here today before we get to the minister and then the governor of the state. Let me begin the governor's remarks from His Excellency, the distinguished Senator Doyediri, the governor of Bayelsa State. Welcome, Barrister Peter Afaha, the Honorable Commissioner for Mineral Resources of Bayelsa State.
Good day, everyone. I'm here representing His Excellency Governor Doyediri, Governor of Bayelsa State. He sent his apologies. He would have been present here, but because of the exigencies of his office, he could not attend personally. So I'm here to read his own goodwill message. His Excellency, Pastor Umo Eno, Governor of Akwa Ibom State, ably represented by the Deputy Governor, Senator Akon Eyakenyi. I'm very sorry. Representatives of the governors of South-South State, Minister of State for Petroleum, Gas, Right Honorable Ekperike Ekpo, PhD. I rest on the existing protocol. What I'm reading is the goodwill message of the governor. It is a privilege to address you today at this crucial engagement themed utilizing gas as a catalyst for sustainable growth. I extend my sincere appreciation to the gas aggregator company, Nigeria, for organizing this vital event for our South-South region. My sincere thanks also go to the governor of Akwa Ibom State for graciously hosting this important gathering. To all stakeholders, partners, attendees, thank you for your active participation and valuable contribution. This gathering will significantly enhance our collective ability to properly harness and optimize the immense benefits of the gas sector. Natural gas can be termed to be a key enabler for a sustainable growth. With its attendant role in economic development, environmental responsibility, and social progress, the crucial potential of gas as a bridging fuel in the energy transition and a driver of industrialization and job creation is acknowledged, it is worthy of note that South-South as a region should recognize the need for responsible resources management and technological innovation to maximize its benefits and minimize its environmental impact. Bayelsa State is proud to be home for some Nigeria's largest natural gas reserves. Recognizing this immense potential, the state government has taken bold steps towards the comprehensive utilization of gas processing and its value chain. In harnessing the full potential of gas, Bayelsa State is building a gas turbine project to supply electricity to the entire state. The said project will commence distribution on or before December 2025. The state is building an industrial park with gas as the primary raw material. This park will attract investors to partner with the state government in the establishment of CNG plant, LPG plant, and mini LNG plant. The state government has facilitated the development of Agri Deep Sea Port by constructing road to the port. This bold step will ease the transportation of natural gas to the export terminal. In conclusion, we urge stakeholders and the South-South region to prioritize the responsible development and utilization of natural gas resources, invest in relevant technologies, and foster collaboration between governments, industry, and research institutions to enable to unlock the full potential of natural gas for a sustainable growth. Thanks for listening.
So one by one, they are answering the EVP Upstream's question. Onwards now from Bayelsa, we move on to Rivers State as we welcome the representative of the Sole Administrator, Engineer Temple Amakri, Director Petroleum, Rivers State Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources. Please a warm applause.
Thank you, Richmond. I bring you greetings from the good people of Rivers State. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Umo Eno, ably represented by the Deputy Governor, Her Excellency, Senator Akon Eyakenyi, the Honorable Minister of State, Petroleum Resources and Gas, Right Honorable Ekperekpe Ekbu, PhD. Excellencies here represented, MD GACN, the Chairman Board GACN, EVP Upstream, Mr. Udobong Ntia, Honorable Commissioners here present, Captains of Industries, ladies and gentlemen. It is our privilege as a state to participate at this gas engagement on gas development in the South-South region. We sincerely appreciate the organizers of this critical event. However, being the Minister of Petroleum Resources and the GACN company for inviting us and coming up with the program, which is in line with the Petroleum Industry Act that was passed into law by the National Assembly in the year 2021. And that same year was when it was declared as a decade of gas. Now, the theme of the gas sector engagement being utilizing gas as a catalyst for sustainable growth is very much apt and will further strengthen, deepening the use of gas, sensitize critical stakeholders across the gas value chain towards exploring actionable frameworks for unlocking the immense gas potential in the South-South region. It is our strong belief as a state that this engagement will provide the platform for exchange of robust ideas that will lead to clear linkages of regional industrialization, power generation, and sustainable economic growth in the South-South region. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as the world moves towards cleaner and more sustainable energy sources, it is paramount that Nigeria positions itself as a key player in the emerging global shift. This transition represents a tremendous opportunity for economic growth, environmental sustainability, and energy security. As we gather here today, it is essential to recognize the significant role deepening the utilization of gas can play in transforming our energy landscape and contributions to Nigeria's sustainable development goals. However, gas utilization should be seen as a game changer in the developmental activities of the South-South region that will also promote good governance, best practices implementation, ease of doing business, improved environmental compliance, improved management of host communities relations. Yesterday, while the EVP Upstream, in his remark, he asked a question: are you really ready for gas utilization? I make bold to say that as a state, we are very much ready for gas utilization. One of the major thrusts of the Rivers State government is to ensure support and further recommend continuous collaboration, direct involvement and engagement of the state for broader stakeholder buy-in and implementation of the Rivers State gas master plan processes that will promote positive development towards meeting the needs of the present generation without compromising the needs of the future generation. At this juncture, we want to congratulate the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFRO, on his policies in deepening the use of gas. We also commend the Ministry of Petroleum Resources and the GACN company for providing this wonderful platform towards discussing cutting-edge solutions, ideas, policy frameworks, finance and investment opportunities that will shape the future of the South-South energy landscape. As we look forward to promoting and advancing the national agenda by fostering deeper collaborations among stakeholders in the region. Thank you very much, and I sincerely wish you a wonderful, fruitful deliberation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency Vice Admiral Ibok Ete. Akwa Ibom retired, represented the sole administrator of Rivers State, represented there by Engineer Temple Amakri, Director of Petroleum at the Rivers State Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources. Yes, I'm hoping that beyond this sensitization by GACN, many industrial hubs will begin to spring up. Those who are near completion will be completed. Those that will be started, so that in the next 5-10 years, we can look back and say the trigger was from this gas utilization forum held in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Please give him another round of applause. From rivers, we're still within the rivers, over now to Cross River State. Let's welcome His Excellency Prince Basi Edet Otu, the Governor of the state, represented by Udobong Ntia. You're welcome.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, the SSG to the State Government of Akwa Ibom State, the Honorable Minister of Petroleum, Gas, the Chairman GACN Board, EVP Upstream, the EVP Gas, Power and New Energies, please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. The Executive Governor of Cross River State, Apostle Senator, is unavoidably absent, but he has mandated that I represent him and show his commitment to this engagement. Please permit me to read his speech. It is my pleasure to welcome our executive governors, honorable minister, distinguished stakeholders, and esteemed guests to this gas sector engagement being organized by the Gas Aggregator Company of Nigeria with the theme, utilizing gas as a catalyst for sustainable growth. I am informed that this engagement is being convened to bring all critical stakeholders across the entire gas value chain together to explore practicable stakeholders framework for unlocking the immense gas potential in the South-South region. I believe that this forum is important because it will focus intensively on positioning Cross River State and as an important hub for gas commercialization and utilization, serving the entire country and beyond. I am particularly happy to participate in this engagement because I have been privileged to be at the forefront of shaping the legal framework for the development of Nigerian petroleum industry. As a legislator and chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Petroleum Upstream at a critical period when the petroleum industry bill was considered, I was champion and vocal advocate of gas resources development, which culminated in the setting up of the Gas Aggregator Company of Nigeria, which came into existence in 2010. May I also seize this opportunity to invite all the investors and gas development companies participating in this engagement to come and set up their operational and head offices in Cross River State. As we all are aware, that Cross River State has enormous gas resources that can be commercialized with little or no effort. As we speak, Cross River State is the lowest crime rate among the states of the Federation, and our people are most hospitable throughout the Federation. To say the least, every business set up in Cross River State prospers almost immediately, and this has been statistically framed. So on that note, may I implore you all, especially our investors, to come and set up your operations as well as your headquarters in Cross River State. Last night when we were here, the EVP Upstream asked a very interesting question. How ready are we? I had to put up a call to ask His Excellency, is Cross River State ready? And he asked me to assure each and every one of us that Cross River State is most ready, and he is also committed in making Cross River State a gas hub. Finally, I want to thank the organizers of this engagement for providing us with a forum to discuss and shape the policy and commercial framework for the development of gas resources. I believe that at the end of this engagement, GACN would have harnessed valued insight to strengthen its role as the gas aggregator of Nigeria. The executive governors here present, honorable minister, distinguished stakeholders, and esteemed guests, I wish you all a fruitful deliberation. God bless me, and God bless you all. Thank you very much.
No, but it is good that we keep getting, as an industry, that beautiful bride. Everyone is courting us to come and invest in them. Is beautiful. After all, back in the day when we had the regional government, that's how the university sprung up. That's how agricultural development sprung up. So let that start happening again amongst the states. Healthy competition. But what we want to see is all the states of the region adequately developed using gas resources for the betterment of our people. Let's give him another round of applause. Thank you very much there, Your Excellency, Senator Prince Bassey Edet Otu, the Governor of Cross River State, represented by Umo. Thank you for walking us through those incisive words. Before I proceed, indulge me to acknowledge another critical stakeholder amongst regulators that is in the room, the Oil and Gas Free Zones Authority, whose MD and CEO is represented by his technical assistant, Chief Udobong Ntia. Chief Jackson, good Good morning. Always good to see you. Thank you so much. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Someone just reminded me now on social media that the year 2020 happened 2,020 days ago today. Now, what that means is, for me is, God forbidding, should we have any such thing again, what becomes of us as a people? Back then, our industry did not stop. And for our industry in the gas space not to slow down, whether such a thing happens or not, is to ensure that the infrastructures that we need are developed on time and in the right places. And our next speaker was saddled with that responsibility by number one, which is the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to ensure that we'll have the gas infrastructure in the right place, we'll have them developed at the right time, and we'll have them delivering value to the people in the right moment. He took that mantle and has been running with it since assumption of office, and we're delighted to have him speak to us at this utilization forum in his own region. Please welcome His Excellency, the Right Honorable Obogem Ekperikpe Ekpo, the Honorable Minister of State Petroleum Resources Gas, as he addresses us this morning.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, hereby represented by an able deputy, a true and strong politician, Excellency Senator Akon Eyakenyi. Madam, you are welcome. I recognize the governor, the sole administrator of Rivers State, who put a call 2 days ago to excuse himself because of other engagement. I recognize the representative of the governor of Bayelsa State and the governor of Cross River State. I recognize my dear brother, SSG, Prince Udobong Ntia. We are in this business together, and God has brought us thus far. We will succeed. I recognize the chairman of GACN and the EVP Upstream. Thank you for all the wonderful commendation. We've not been that close, but within the shortest possible time, you were able to X-ray me to that level. Thank you very much, sir. I recognize EVP Gas Power, my very good friend. If you listen to him, you think that we are the worst enemies. But I am his best friend that you can think of. You see this cap? He bought it, about 10 of them for me to be dressing this year. So let me expose him to you. I really appreciate what has been going on in that space. Whenever I fall on you, I get small heat. What you receive from me is small heat from the heat I receive from my boss, the president. Because your performance is my performance. I want to excel in that office, so I have to be on you 24/7 for us to achieve what Nigeria expects from the president. Thank you very much for always being there with me. MD GACN, the representative of Authority Chief Executive and NUPRC, NCDMB, if they are here, the coordinating manager of gas in the sector, that is Decade of Gas Initiative, that is here. Honorable commissioners, critical stakeholders in the oil and gas industries, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm really grateful to be here with you today on this very important occasion. I bring you greetings from our father, the leader of the nation, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for what he has been doing to take us thus far. Yes, we are in a sad moment because of the passage of the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Commissioner for Finance did very well yesterday. So we continue today by observing a minute silence. Can we please just rise for 1 minute silence in honor of the passing president? May the soul of our former president rest in perfect peace. Amen. Sit down, please. My condolences to all of us. It is with both a great deal of honor and personal privilege to be here today, not just in my official capacity as Honorable Minister of State Petroleum Resources, but as an indigene of this great state, Akwa Ibom State. Let me begin by especially acknowledging His Excellency, Pastor Umo Eno, Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, and expressing my deepest appreciation for the warm hospitality extended to all of us since yesterday. Your Excellency, your commitment to peaceful governance, inclusive economic development, and industrialization has created an enabling environment that makes gathering in this very moment a very successful one. But also, it is meaningful. Your vision for Akwa Ibom as a land is not just for nothing but for prosperity of our dear state. It is one that aligns strongly with our goals in gas sector, in line with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's From Gas to Prosperity, Renewed Hope agenda. I commend your effort to position the state as a serious destination for energy investment and innovation. My profound appreciation goes to the gas aggregator company of Nigeria, GACN, for convening this timely and strategic engagement under the theme, utilizing gas as a catalyst for sustainable growth. These themes speak directly to the urgency and opportunity before us. How we can harness our God-given gas resources to power sustainable development, lift our people out of energy poverty, and drive industrial transformation across this region and beyond. The continued leadership of the GACN in ensuring the aggregation, management, and delivery of natural gas to Nigeria's domestic market is instrumental to the success of Nigerian Gas Master Plan and indeed the actualization of the Decade of Gas initiative. The South-South region remains the powerhouse of Nigeria's natural gas production, providing the resource that fuel our industries, power our homes, and earn us foreign exchange. Yet, paradoxically, it is a region that is still yearning for full benefit of the resource it produces. This workshop, therefore, is not just another meeting. It is a call to action. It is a platform to forge political or practical solutions that will move us from being a region of resource extraction to one of value addition, innovation, and inclusive growth. For the South-South region, this is a pivotal moment. The case for positioning the region as a hub for gas commercialization and utilization is compelling. The region has the reserve, the infrastructure potentials, a peaceful investment climate, and most importantly, government and the people ready to partner for development. Our vision must be clear: to turn gas into jobs, gas into power, gas into industries, and ultimately, gas into prosperity for our people. This means attracting investment into gas-based industries, such as petrochemicals, fertilizers, modular refineries, and CNG for transport. It also means building reliable gas infrastructure to connect supply to demand centers and ensuring that our young people are trained and ready to take advantage of opportunities in the evolving gas economy. Let me commend GACN once again. Since its establishment in 2010 as the federal government's strategic aggregator under the National Domestic Gas Supply and Pricing Regulations, the company has played a crucial role in ensuring the availability and equitable distribution of gas to the domestic market. With the passage of the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA 2021, the role of GACN has been further strengthened. The PIA provides a solid legal and regulatory framework to ensure that the domestic gas market is not only commercially viable, but also socially impactful. Let me also underscore a critical aspect of the PIA 2021 that deserved our full attention. The Petroleum Industry Act 2021 makes a significant provision for the host communities in Nigeria's oil and gas sector, reflecting a shift towards inclusive development, environmental accountability, and community participation. The most notable feature is the creation of the Host Community Development Trust, HCDT, which is intended to ensure that oil and gas host communities benefit directly from petroleum operation in their areas. This trust ensures that funds contributed by operating companies amounting to 3% of their actual operating expenditure are deployed for critical social infrastructure, education, health, and economic empowerment within the host communities. It provides for community participation in governance and guarantees that communities are no longer bystanders, but co-owners in the developmental process. This is in line with the spirit of this workshop, which calls for deeper collaboration between producers and host communities, not as a corporate responsibility, but as a shared developmental mission. Let me remember that this is not just a South-South agenda. It is a national imperative. The federal government, under the visionary leadership of His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, has declared the decade of gas and is committed to making Nigeria a gas-powered economy. What we do here in Akwa Ibom and the wider South-South region must serve as a model for other parts of the country. Let us therefore approach this engagement with ambition, innovation, and unity of purpose. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the task before us is clear. The opportunities are vast. The tools are in our hands. Let this workshop be a turning point where ideas are not just discussed, but implemented, where partnership are not just promised, but forged, and where we commit collectively to utilizing gas as a true catalyst for sustainable growth in the South-South region and Nigeria as a whole. Let us move boldly from gas potential to gas prosperity, to move from gas potential to industrial hubs and innovation centers, to turn gas revenue into tangible impact for our communities, and to ensure that the people of the South-South region, especially our host communities, are not left behind, but carried along every step of the way, in line with the provision of the Petroleum Industrial Act 2021. Thank you. May God bless Akwa Ibom State. May God bless the South-South region. And may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Obogame Ekperikpe Ekpo, Honorable Minister of Petroleum Resources, Gas, speaking there on the mandate of the President given to him to make the gas sector work for the benefit of the Nigerian people. Can we please give him another round of applause? Following our next address, we will take a family photo. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when His Excellency Pastor Umo Eno wanted to run for office, his commitment was to develop the people community after community. And to do that, you need to find people who are like-minded vision carriers that will help you achieve it. Ever since somebody whose passion is community development, such is our next speaker, a reason why His Excellency the Governor found her. I'm delighted now to bring her up to address us at this august occasion, a motivator, a mentor to a lot of young people, a seasoned public servant herself. Please welcome with me Her Excellency, the distinguished Senator Akon Eyakenyi, the Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom State, speaking on behalf of His Excellency.
Please, you may be seated. Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of State, Petroleum Resources, Gas, the son of the soil, our own brother, a performer, Right Honorable Ekperikpe Ekpo, PhD. Representatives of the South-South governors here present, representative of the Bayelsa State Governor, Cross River State Governor, and River State Governor, the Secretary to the State Government of Akwa Ibom State, Prince Udobong Ntia, the engine room of the government, Chairman, Board of Gas Aggregator Company of Nigeria, Mr. Udobong Ntia, the MD/CEO of the Gas Aggregator Company of Nigeria, Mr. Chijoke Uzoho, and the entire board members and the management team. Honorable Commissioners and members of State Executive Council, Akwa Ibom State, they are here in their numbers. Please permit me to use the Honorable Commissioner for Environment and Mineral Resources, Right Honorable Akon, to acknowledge all of you. The keynote speakers, panelists, and delegates, distinguished invitees, industry players, chairmen of boards and commissions, permanent secretaries, participants, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I stand here today not just as the Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom State, but representing a man of vision, a man of peace, a man of integrity, a compassionate man that God has sent to Akwa Ibom State in a time like this. I'm talking about Pastor Umo Eno, PhD, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, who would have loved to be here in person, but the exigency of duty took him out of the state. And so he had asked me to come in and represent him. The Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State is a man that knows that without peace, development cannot thrive. Without peace, investors will not want to come in to invest. That's why he's done everything humanly possible to ensure that Akwa Ibom State is united. I also want to add that, as the moderator mentioned, when the Executive Governor, Pastor Umo Eno, was doing his campaigns, he promised the Akwa Ibom State that if they give him the mandate, he will ensure the 31 local governments of Akwa Ibom State experiences good development. That whatever the government will be doing will be taken to the core people, the villagers, those who vote for us when you go out to campaign. And true to it, the governor has kept to the letter of his promises to Akwa Ibom State, alongside other major things he is doing. And he has sent his regards and had given me a written down remark to present on his behalf. So the words I'll be reading is that of the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Umo Eno, while the voice is that of Senator Akon Eyakenyi. At least I'm pronouncing that for those who butchered the name. Thank you. Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, industry leaders, and fellow participants. As we bring this important engagement to a close, allow me to express my profound gratitude to everyone who has contributed to the success of this event, from our distinguished panelists and resource persons to our regulatory partners, development agencies, and investors. Last night, you gathered here for the opening event and dinner, and the governor of Akwa Ibom State was represented. The summit has not only deepened our understanding of the immense opportunities in gas development across the South-South region, but has also reinforced our shared commitment to collaborate, action, sound policy alignment, and sustainable resource management. Akwa Ibom State remains resolute in its belief that the gas sector, if properly harnessed, can serve as a catalyst for industrialization, environmental innovation, and inclusive prosperity for our people. We are committed to do our part by creating an enabling environment for investment, ensuring strict adherence to environmental standards and community benefit frameworks, and working closely with the federal agencies, host communities, and private sector players to make gas work for all. As we live here today, let us continue these conversations with actionable plans for a secured energy future. Let this be the beginning of stronger regional collaboration, faster infrastructural delivery, and a unified voice from the South-South to drive Nigeria's gas transition. On behalf of the government and people of Akwa Ibom State, I thank you once again for honoring us with your presence and for contributing meaningfully to the deliberations. May your journey back be safe, and may the outcomes of this engagement bear tangible fruits in the months and years ahead. I want to also add, advising the participants, all our visitors, even those who had been here before, don't just come to Akwa Ibom State to do the summit, talk, and go. Let the Commissioner for Environment and Mineral Resources take you on a tour of Akwa Ibom State to see what the governor is doing to ensure that anytime you're here, anytime an investor comes in, you will have a conducive environment, a peaceful environment that will enable you settle down to invest. And I promise you, your investment will be fruitful. Once more, I want to thank and appreciate everyone for coming. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Please, can I ask those of you on the front row to please come? Before we get to the signing, you will indulge me for 2 minutes. I want to show a very critical video that is critical to the signing ceremony. Following that video, the MD GACN will take his seat. He will be joined by the company secretary, Tayo. They will be joined by the SSG and the Commissioner for Justice.
The Nigeria's South-South region, rich in culture, resilient in spirit, defined by deep energy corridors and unmatched in natural gas reserves. Herein lies the heartbeat of the Nigeria's energy transition, and at the forefront of this shift is Akwa Ibom, charting a new course, a course defined by strategy, anchored in infrastructure, and built for the people. At the heart of this transformation is the Akwa Ibom State Gas Master Plan, a deliberate partnership between Gas Aggregator Company Nigeria Limited by Guarantee and Akwa Ibom State, with strategic support from the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, NNPC Limited, and in alignment with the federal government's Decade of Gas initiative. The plan is a market-based initiative, enabling affordable gas supply to industrial clusters, mini LNG and CNG solutions for transport and commerce, virtual pipeline systems to reach underserved communities, reliable energy alternatives to diesel and firewood. A bold, coordinated framework designed to unlock the state's abundant gas reserve, drive industrial growth, energy access, and economic inclusion. The foundation is strong, yet the focus remains local, actionable, and people-driven. GACN is not only integrating gas demand and supply, it is structuring transactions, enabling bankable projects, and laying the commercial groundwork for self-sustaining gas economy within the state. But the true value of the master plan lies beyond the molecules. It lies in the momentum it creates for the people. Across the state, we see young Nigerians gaining new roles in gas distribution, metering, fabrication, logistics, Women entrepreneurs using gas to scale food businesses, health clinics, and home-based manufacturing. The last mile access to cleaner energy is enabling livelihoods and creating dignity through productivity across towns and rural communities. GACN's approach is catalytic. By embedding gas into Akwa Ibom's urban and economic development blueprint, the master plan is not just an energy project, it's a transformation agenda. From Ibom Power to Uko Gas Processing Facility and Oron's Industrial Corridor, from modular LNG hubs to growing SME enclaves, gas is being turned into enterprise, jobs, and resilience. This is GACN in motion, coordinating, enabling, delivering. This is the vision of Akwa Ibom, structured, inclusive, and forward-facing. And this is what the Akwa Ibom Gas Master Plan represents: a blueprint for energy-enabled growth and a catalyst for shared prosperity. The future is no longer ahead. It's unfolding cleaner, faster, and stronger, with gas at the center.
Very much. And now the signing ceremony itself that triggered this partnership between the GACN and Akwa Ibom State Government. The MD of GACN and the SSG, representing both entities, history made, gas utilized, economic growth and development assured, Nigeria and Akwa Ibom prospers even more. I think that deserves another round of applause. In the presence of Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor, representing the Governor, the SSG puts pen to paper on behalf of the people who overwhelmingly voted for the Governor and the Deputy Governor at the last elections. Congratulations to the state, congratulations to GACN, and it's in order to say congratulations to Nigeria. Helping industrialize Nigeria one state at a time using gas resources. That is why we are here. Please follow up. You can just hold one of the agreements each. Hold one of the agreements each, a photo up. Thank you very much. Please, one more time, a round of applause for them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. National anthem.
Brotherhood we stand.